So we are live, and straight away we are covering GNUS brands. GNUS Stock is currently up 17.73% in this post market of the post / pre-market of the 26th of October 2021. Right now it is 02:55 a.m. Eastern US time. So GNUS brands up 17.73%. There isn't really any news out there, no fresh news. It's just that there's a publication out there saying that the CEO is trying to is scheduling a conference call to discuss positive business outcomes. So that is what we have right now. The stock is not very much is going on. It's up 17.73%. In a few hours, things might change. It's a penny stock. I'm not exactly very sure if it's optionable. So let's quickly find out if it's optionable. Let's see. I think it is. Yes, it is optionable. Penny stock optionable. It's not going to go away that quickly. I think it's not going to go away that quickly. Okay, so the last volume that was recorded is 55,089, but on the daily model, this will give us the volume for the last session. It is 110.257 million. Okay, let's see whether we can find what the volume that is outstanding is. Okay, it is 300.967 million. So okay, maybe above average. Was it above average? Is that volume above average? Okay, it is above average, so regardless of what the shares outstanding is or the float is, so it was above average. Price also crossed above the 50-day moving average, above the 200-day moving average in just that last session. So, but right now it has continued to extend. It didn't extend in the pre-market session of that 25th of October. It did extend in the regular session. Yes, it did extend in the regular session. Ran up 51.49%. Has now added 17.73 in this post market. You can see it is above its all of its moving averages right now. There's a good chance it will stall, but it hasn't done that. It's still extending, but the main session, the pre-market session, hasn't started yet, and there's also another session. It could always stall. It's still a penny stock. Left to us, we'll say just leave it to cool down and pull back. It's been around for some time. It comes back, but right now it's also on the move. There's also money to be made. If you know how to get around it. So right now it is up 17.73%. Let's return to the 1 minute model and see what's going on there. Okay, still strongly bullish. You can see the stock. Okay, in this post market session, we can see lower lows and higher highs. Higher lows and higher highs. And we saw it break below the 50-day moving average. That also signified that it was a good buying opportunity, a bullish signal, and yes, it continued to extend. At some point as well, it pulled back below that 50-day moving average, and things it's extended further. But I think right now also it's also slightly below that 50-day moving average. Would that also imply that it will extend further? There's every chance it will, because we are now what we're seeing as higher highs, higher lows. So some of these things can be construed as positive bullish signals. But it's also trading at a premium to its volume weighted average price. So some of these things are the things you have to balance very well. And it's also oversold at the moment. Some may call that a bearish signal, but also some might see that as an opportunity to get in. So it's a mixed signal. Being in the oversold territory, people may want to get involved right now as things stand. But we are not seeing a lot of activity right now. It's still at 17.73%. Not a lot of market participants are currently involved, at the moment. Okay, so the other stock is XELA Technologies Inc. up 6.17% in this post market / pre-market session. The time is almost 3 a.m. Eastern US time. So we also saw that it ran up some gains. It was on the move just before the market ended, and then reached this price of 2.431, pulled back all the way below the 50 and all these moving averages, including the 50-day moving average. Tried to extend again, got some resistance, pulled back again, but since that time it has continued to extend, broke through the 50-day moving average and also pulled back again. So yes, it's also plotting higher highs and higher lows as well, so those can be construed to be positive signals, bullish signals. But just as GNUS stock is getting bearish, but not as bearish, not oversold at all, not oversold. The momentum is also not oversold, still holding out there. This is on the 1 minute live chart. This is what's going on right now live on the in the post market. The pre-market it's about 3 hours away before the pre-market starts. So let's see the daily model and see what we have there. So it closed at 50, a gain of 51.33%. Right now it's up 6.17%. The volume was 126.489. It should be, there's every chance it is a heavy volume. So this also didn't run in the pre-market of the 25th of October. It just started to move in the regular session. You can also see this also above it broke through all of its moving averages. Yes, broke through all of them, including the 50 and the 200-day moving average. So right now, on its daily model, momentum is strong, very, very, very strong, sufficiently divergent from the fast line of its 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is sufficiently separated from its slow line. Okay, and the RSI is also indicating some strength, but not overbought. Okay, but just the momentum that is indicating an overbought situation for XELA Technologies Inc. I think is also optionable. So is it optionable? It is optionable. So these two stocks, they're definitely going to be around, because there's every chance they will still be around because of the fact that they are all penny stocks and also optionable, and also market participants are very keen on them. So let's look at the short data for XELA, XELA. Okay, it's going to take about just about a third of a day to cover the short interest. We don't have anything there, but it's all we have is that it's increased by 68%. Yes, the short interest increased by 68%. Okay, do we have the float? We don't have the float of the stock. We don't have the shares floated. It's not available. Okay, so let's look at GNUS. It's also the shares floated is increased by 16.15. It will take 9.5 days. That's a huge. Yeah, shares floated is 285.15 million. Short interest is okay. So short interest is 16.15. Okay, so yes, XELA currently is unchanged right now in this 1 minute live model. The gain is still 6.17%. The gain for the last session was 51.33. So let's update ourselves with GNUS and see what's going on there. It's still unchanged as well. Okay, so this is your update for GNUS and XELA. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video.